All right, folks, welcome back to another week of the Tuesday Night Racing Series. My name is Dylan Hastings, as it is every single week. Glad to have everybody back. Thanks for tuning in. All of those that are always here each and every week supporting their drivers in this league, I truly appreciate it. We've got a really exciting race tonight at Martinsville. We've got 200 laps total. We've got a stage caution at lap 50. We've got a stage caution at lap 100. These guys got a total of 4 tire sets in their truck, or on their truck and in the pits. And as you can see there on the screen, current outside temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 29% humidity, partly cloudy. And bear with me just a second here. I want to make sure I've got, okay, we got the screens up here. 29% humidity, partly cloudy, 7-mile-an-hour winds. And the track temperature right now is 96 degrees Fahrenheit, so it should make for an interesting race this evening. It's going to be kind of slick here, and we do delay the green here, so it gives me just enough time to go through the grid. So bear with me just a second. And congratulations to Mr. Tyler Dixon tonight on the pole. He qualified on the pole this evening. And then you got Wyatt Brackett there in P2, Matt Grenier P3, Zachary Taylor P4, Mike Watt, P5, Richard Swaverly P6, Austin Shoemaker P7, Chris McLean P8, Garrett Brown P9, Joseph Mahar P10. That rounds out our top 10. We've got Chris Bedwell in 11th, William Harrington 12th. And we've got Brandon Robertson 13th, Brad Fulham 14th, Aaron Adcock 15th, Chris Shoemaker 16th, Ray Rogers 17th, Sean Harrington 18th, Dana Shepard 19th, James Souls 20th, Logan Russell, a new driver within the series to replace David Brackett there on Black Car Mafia in 21st, James Kelka 22nd, Kip Easley 23rd, George Williams 24th.
George, you're blinking in and out.
And we've got Daniel Holcroft 25th, Evan Bushmaster 26th, David Hart 27th, Jeremy Banner 28th, Barry now 29th, and that David Sparks there. So I apologize. I'm trying to get through the field as quickly as I possibly can. And we are off green flag racing already, and we now have a caution. So let's go back real quick. See exactly what happened there. It looks like George Williams got tied up into something there. I'm going to go back and try to review it. Bear with me just a second as I try to find my controls. All right, let's go ahead and see. Now, tonight is going to be, it's going to test these guys' patience because I guarantee there is going to be some incidents this evening, and there's going to be lots of reviewing, and obviously some of you guys are going to want to see wrecks, some of you guys are not. Looks like George, unfortunately, there on the cold tires, just punched the gas a little bit too early, came around, and not sure if he collected anybody. We'll see real quick exactly what happened. Looks like it was probably just himself there. He just gets into the inside wall. Damage shouldn't be too significant for him. This track really is...
Hey, Dylan, for some reason it's telling all of us back here to let the pace car by.
One thing is, it is...
yeah, me too.
It's going to be... It's going to be an
interesting
interesting race.
It should give you a wave around on one to go, which is something with this track, I think.
Yes, it is. And we're going to go ahead and just kind of...
Yeah, it's glitch that happens when the caution comes
bear with us here, folks, as these guys get sorted around.
Get the wave around.
All right, well, I'm going to stop on the back stretch on the inside, so...
These guys are getting all that stuff sorted out
yeah, all
here.
you guys who let the pace car go by, just don't pit, and you'll get a wave around.
And these guys are going to get it all sorted out. Looks like Chris McLean's got some damage, too. I don't know if he had an incident with Garrett Brown and Aaron Adcock, it looks like. Now, I don't know if Aaron Adcock got into an incident there. Let's go ahead and review that while these guys are waiting and sorting that stuff out.
Big check up on the back stretch.
Yeah, looks like they actually had an incident. I don't know why. Not really sure why that's doing that, folks, so just bear with me a second as I try to get Chris McLean on here. Trying to figure out exactly what happened with them as they get, as they're doing their pace laps here. Obviously, you guys don't want to see them pacing. All right, so let's go back around and see exactly what happened here, because something else happened as well with Yeah, it looks like Chris just drove it in there hot a little bit. He had to check up and to not hit Mike Watts. And unfortunately, it just kind of turned him around. I don't know why the software did not click on him for some reason. But apologize there for the little mix-up there. Oh, and it looks like the 10 just bumped, didn't have anywhere to go. Hit him there on the front end. So now they both got front end damage. Interesting. Okay, well, let's go back to live conditions here as these guys get sorted out. And I think Chris McLean is still out there, so let's go ahead and see. These guys are getting ready to go back. Green flag racing
checking up on the back stretch of the pace track.
Still not coming. Race control, can we delay the green? Oh, never mind.
Come on, man, go.
All right, they've got this sorted out, hopefully, and they are back to green flag racing. All right, we'll keep an eye out here up front, but I have a feeling there's going to be a battle going out here in the back. So Wyatt Brackett, Tyler Dixon at the moment. Looks like the 15 of Matt Grenier is going to make a pass there on the inside of Zachary Taylor. Mike Watts gets settled in here. Richard Swaverly on the outside. We'll try to go through the field here in just a minute, but this is going to be door-to-door racing. As you can see, folks, these guys are not going to give an inch. It is very difficult to pass as these guys get sorted out here, and it'll start to get, as you can see, it starts to get single filed out, which is where everything will kind of start settling down a little bit. All right, let me fast forward here so I can see exactly what happens on track. Bring that to you guys as quickly as I possibly can. And again, I'll do my best to bring everything to you that happens on track, but it is very difficult to do. So let's go ahead with right along with Tyler Dixon here for a moment. Get a good perspective here of Wyatt Brackett there right behind him. Tyler Dixon's still out front in P1 at the moment. And again, folks, we've got a stage caution on lap 50, conclusion of lap 50. So these guys are just kind of getting settled in here. This is a track that just takes patience, takes a lot of skill. As everybody has different braking zones. Go ahead and see real quick where our buddy George is at, see if he got back out on track here. Yeah, looks like he's back out on track now, so looks like he's good to go. Oh, unfortunately, him and the 31 make contact. 31's going to come up.
Caution, caution, caution. How you doing in there, kid?
And it looks like he has brought out a caution. So, unfortunately, 31 just got clipped there. All right, let's go back to make sure my live conditions here.
Sorry about that, Sean. A couple laps ago.
As you can see there, the number 11 for the first time
All good.
driving in the league.
Pace truck on the back stretch. Pace truck on the back stretch.
This is definitely not the race to start driving in the league, but everybody loves Martinsville, I'll tell you what. This is one of the hardest tracks to race in iRacing, period. Just one of those tracks that, again, everybody's got braking zones. Everybody runs so tight off the wall. It is just extremely, extremely challenging, as you can see. And I expect there's going to be lots of cautions tonight, so please be patient with us as we get kicked off here. I think, I want to say, honestly, the league race that we had on Sunday and the league race we had last year here with the Xfinity cars, I know we had a lot of cautions, and so we do anticipate a lot of cautions, period. So with that said, let's go ahead, and that gives us a moment here to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with you.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, looks like we've got maybe about one more lap to go here as we wait for the lights to come off on the pace truck before we go back green here. And it looks like Tyler Dixon, as you heard there, has elected to take the outside lane. Leader does have discretion after the initial start of the race. And we're just getting ready to rack them up here again as we get ready to go green. It's real fast as far as getting back to the green flag racing. As you can see, the lights are off on the pace truck. That truck's going to dip off here in just a minute as we get ready to go back green. And pace truck is off, and we are getting ready to go back green flag racing as the 33 and the 54 are going to lead us off. A little bit of checkup there from Wyatt Brackett as he anticipated Tyler Dixon was going to go and check up the inside lane a little bit, but you can see that these guys are getting all sorted out here as they get spread back around. Tyler Dixon still out front. This is definitely a race of track position for sure, because it is super difficult to pass at this track. All right, let's go ahead and go through the field real quick. So it looks like we have got another caution. James Souls has crashed. Let's go back and review that real quick. And the number 2, looks like James Kunkel has got a little bit of blinking going on. Oh, and he just, he got caught in the inside wall. Russell made a little bit of contact with him there as the back of that truck swung around.
Backstretch, pace truck, backstretch.
He's going to have to tow that truck, unfortunately, because it looks like that truck is now stuck in the wall. All right, so we're under our third caution at the moment as we get these guys sorted around. Let's just go ahead and go through the field real quick as we wait to get back to go to green again. We got Tyler Dixon still out front. He's definitely got the good position at the moment. With all these cautions, it's going to allow him to save his tires, save his fuel, and hopefully get a long run up here to stay up in the front. Wyatt Brackett's right behind him there in the 33 for Black Car Mafia. Zachary Taylor for Hammer Down Motorsports in the 88 there. He's in the P3 spot. Matt Grenier for Black Car Mafia. He is currently in P4. Mike Watts, P5 for Race Pass Motorsports. Richard Swaverly's right behind him. There's not been much change,
Lucky dog coming on.
really here up front, or actually in really a lot of the race so far, just because we haven't had a lot of green flag laps. Looks like the 5 got his lap back there, so he's lucky dog as he gets probably some damage repaired on that truck. Austin Shoemaker is currently in P8. Brandon Robertson, I think Joseph Mahar is actually in P9, and then Brandon Robertson P10. I think that's the way it's scored, but might be the opposite. We'll find out when everything gets sorted out here as these guys get ready to rack them back up here. Ray Rogers patiently waiting there in P12. Looks like his truck's clean. Chris Shoemaker is on the inside there in the number 4 Red Bull truck. Looks like he's clean as well. 66, William Harrington's clean. Aaron Adcock out there in the 17, as usual, running a sharp-looking paint scheme there. He's currently in P15, I believe, at the moment. And you got Brad Fulham right there behind him. Sean Harrington 17th right now. Dana Shepard looks like his truck is really clean. Kip Easley's truck's really clean. James Kunkel, his teammate, Kip Easley's teammate there in the 27 to 48 Four Horsemen Motorsports. Barry Knapp looks like he's got a pretty clean truck. Evan Bushmaster. So it looks like there's just a few trucks in here that got a little bit of damage. As you see Jeremy Banner there, he's getting all sorted out and getting situated. George Williams still out there racing. It's not going to really take that much to. It's not really, you can get involved in incidents here, and you can have damage on your truck. It really doesn't hurt your truck all that much. All right, we're back to green flag racing here, as these guys are going to go back green. Tyler Dixon still elected to take the outside as the 54 truck gets a great start there on the outside. Wyatt Brackett looks like he's going to be able to pinch him on the inside. He's able to maybe pick up that P1 spot from him on this restart. He's on the inside, which is the preferred lane, so 54 has no choice but to give it to him. We'll see if he's got that run on the inside versus the outside there. It looks like they're basically neck and neck, really. It's going to take him a little bit here to get this sorted out, to find out. It looks like the 88 is going to slide up, try to pinch him on the inside as well, which is not going to allow the 54 to come in, but he did give it to him. So right now 54 has slid back one spot. Wyatt Brackett is now our leader. See if we can just get a little bit of perspective here from these guys trying to take over this P1 spot. As you can see, Tyler Dixon gets a little loose here. He's going to come up the track a little bit, which might allow Zachary Taylor to peek on his inside. He does not get that opportunity. He also checked up. Oh, and Tyler Dixon's going to make contact. And as you saw on your screen there, folks, those different braking zones.
Sorry about that turn 3 there, buddy.
There's going to be a lot of apologies, unfortunately. Wyatt Brackett is comfortably out front here with the caution coming out. Hopefully Tyler Dixon.
66, your car's hopping all over the place here, buddy.
Let's see if we can see. Logan Russell says he also crashed. I don't know if he hit somebody in the corner. Take a peek at that. Hopefully his truck's okay. He might have just slid around there braking for somebody. Hopefully he didn't get mixed up in anything. No, he didn't get mixed up in anything. It doesn't look like. He's still got a little bit of damage there, but did not get wrecked. Tyler Dixon did the right thing. He did slow up and let everybody by. We're going to go back. We're going to rewind it real quick and just see exactly. Obviously, you guys got the perspective there of what happened.
Lucky dog outside.
88 just, it looks like Tyler would braked really hard right there, and Taylor was right behind him. Looks like Taylor actually stayed off his bumper until right about there, where he just makes enough contact, and unfortunately, just a little shove can
Lucky dog outside, please.
bring somebody around. The 15 just carrying that momentum around the corner taps the 88. Shouldn't be too much damage there, and then the 55 unfortunately has to wait for everybody to go by. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back to live conditions here. And at the beginning of this race, I did let everybody know this is going to be a race where braking zones are going to be a factor. It is not, we have 200 laps here of this race. We've completed 32 laps, majority of them under yellow flag, which we anticipated was going to happen. But unfortunately, that, if it happens, and people are super aggressive, that is what is going to happen. So, all All right, folks, we're going to go back to commercial break here for just a minute as these guys get cycled back around, and the lights should be off on the pace truck when you guys come back, and we should be able to get back to green flag racing here momentarily. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, we are back to green flag racing there. I tried to switch that so you guys could see the restart of the race. These guys are being super aggressive here in the top 5 positions here as these guys are trying to get track position. Unfortunately, you have to, 14 makes contact with Mike Watts. Mike Watts is able to save it. Still able to maintain that position there in P5, I believe. Yes, it is P5. So we'll kind of have to see how that goes here as Mike Watts slides up there in front of Austin Shoemaker and then kind of cuts it down into the corner. That's really the preferred way to get around this track. Unfortunately, when you got people on the inside and the outside of you, it's very difficult to do. So we're going to kind of see how this all plays out. Mike Watts currently up in P5. Brandon Robertson, man, there's some real hard braking going on here. As you can see, the front of those trucks, I don't know if we can kind of get this here, but you'll see how much those trucks slam down to the ground when they come into this corner. And that's just the braking, as you'll see here in just a moment. You're not going to get the good perspective right here. You'll get it when we come back around here. As we keep an eye on Mike Watts here, right there. As you see the front of those trucks slam down to the ground as they're really hard braking into the corner. And that's for everybody, unfortunately. All right, we've got another caution here. We've got William Harrington. Looks like William Harrington went around. And you can see him up there on the outside wall. I'll try to rewind it real quick, see if we can get the perspective of what happened. I'm not sure why the software is not letting us, why it's not locking on the actual driver. I apologize for that, folks, if it's kind of hopping around here. Looks like the 43 is just going to get a little bit hotter in the corner. That looked like a little bit of net code. We actually anticipated that happening because I think he's got some connectivity issues going on tonight. And anytime there's poor quality with a driver out on track.
That's a good-looking truck, Jeremy.
The pit or the what I want to say, the issues with netcode. And what netcode is basically there's kind of an area around the truck that the simulation cannot tell exactly the precise location of the truck. And so somebody can come into the corner and not even touch that truck. And the simulation, again, because it can't identify the exact position of that truck on the restart, it makes contact. And as you saw, that obviously was that was a result there. So, all right, let's go back up to the front here as we get ready to get kickbacked off. White bracket's still out in front. And we're getting ready to go to our first stage, which again, this is going to be a little aggressive driving here as these guys are trying to get up in the top 10 for the initial restart here. As we're only going to have a few laps to go. To the stage. right, so it looks like this is our 5th caution. It's can't say that that's not expected at Martinsville, unfortunately. Daniel Holcroft, excuse me, out there says that was a fun 10 laps. Yeah, I saw it, buddy. Unfortunately, it's that is unfortunate that happened. This has definitely not been your week, that's for sure. All right, let's go back up here to front. We'll go ahead and ride along with Wyatt Brackett here as we wait for these guys to restart. Give you a little bit of the perspective of a driver here. This is what they're seeing. And again, we'll ride along with Wyatt as he gets restarted. Kind of give you an idea exactly what these guys are up against. This is very, very difficult to drive at this track, especially when you've got 30-some trucks out there. All right, pace truck is off. We're getting ready to go.
You're on the high side, bud.
Yeah, my bad.
We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing as these guys get started. You hear them kind of going through the gear, and then again, the hard braking point right here is the part that's very difficult. All right, well, we're getting ready to go under caution here for the stage, so let's go ahead and bring this back up. As our race leader, Wyatt Brackett, comes around here, he's going to meet lap. All right, pits are now closed. Okay, leaders get ready to take 49. So Wyatt Brackett, looks like Wyatt Brackett, if he holds on here, he is going to be our Stage 1 winner.
Caution, caution.
And that will be the conclusion of the stage. All right, folks, Wyatt Brackett will be our Stage 1 winner.
It's on the back stretch.
Zachary Taylor picked up second position. I believe Matt Grenier third. Chris Bedwell fourth. Ray Rogers fifth. Mike Watts picks up some stage points here in sixth. Austin Shoemaker seventh. Chris Shoemaker eighth. Brandon Robertson, I believe, ninth. And Sean Harrington 10th, which rounds out our top 10 drivers there for Stage 1. These guys are going to come around into the pits. Let's just see real quick. It looks like Evan Bushmaster might, actually no, it looks like Barry Knapp may have caused that caution. Let's kind of see real quick. Again, I don't know why this thing, bear with me just a second, folks. When I click on it, usually it's supposed to go to the driver. And I just updated this stinking software. And I don't know if that's what's
Lucky dog outside.
Let's see. Oh, I think there was an incident
Lucky
right
dog coming
before
outside.
that, though, that caused an issue there. But let's just see, like he just jumped. Yeah, like he lost the back of the truck there. He must have had some hard braking or something. His brake bias must be really aggressive. And it looks like he just right into the inside wall. And he brought it right into the pits, so I have a feeling his night's over with. It also says Evan Bushmaster crashed as well, and I think that was the other truck that I saw on the high line there on the front stretch that had crashed prior to Barry Knapp. No, it looks like maybe he Yeah, right there. So it looks like he just missed the bank, missing.
Hey Dylan, could the 10 truck get his black flag cleared? I was trying to let the 11 car by, but I guess I didn't let him by before I entered pit road.
All right, folks. Well, we are going to attend to some of the admin duties here as we just see that looks like Evan Bushmaster was able to get his deal back here. So bear with me just a second. As we go back to live conditions, we'll be right back with you, folks.
Or another admin.
As we get this thing sorted out.
I'm just sitting here getting damn.
All right, folks. Well, that was quick. We are back to green flag racing here, so I apologize I missed the restart. Had a small issue there with Garrett Brown coming into the pits, so we had to get that squared away. All right, let's go back up to the front here. Y Brackett was our Stage 1 winner. He is still out in P1 at the moment, so it looks like everybody took tires during that stage. Or for the most part, everybody took at least two tires. Y Brackett comfortably out front here at the moment. Chris Bedwell in P2. He made up some positions there as he's now up 9 spots from where he started the race. McNair in P3.
Kind of walk me through it.
Zachary Taylor has crashed. Well, let's see what exactly.
Hey James, you're blinking there pretty good. I'll let you heads up.
George, you are too once in a while.
All right, we're going to go to, let's see, 88. Where is he at? Okay, he's crashed, but let's go back and see exactly what happened. If he was being aggressive or if he just miscalculated the corner. And it looks like he was checking up for the 24 who hit the... Oh, it looks like he actually hit the thing as well, which is going to turn him around. So, yep.
Lucky dog outside.
And hopefully he didn't turn into. No, he tried to catch the back of the truck and it just spun him around. So he's going to get a little damage there from the inside wall. Doesn't look like it's going to be too significant. And these guys are going to get things sorted out here. All right, well, Y Brackett's still out in front, P1 at the moment. Chris Bedwell, P2, Matt Grenier, P3. So those are our top 3. Mike Watts has made his way up here to P4. Austin Shoemaker, P5. That rounds out our top 5 at the moment. His dad, Chris Shoemaker, there is in P6. He's up 10 spots from the start of the race. So as it stands right now, David Sparks is up 20 spots. He's our biggest mover of the race at the moment. You see him there in the 87 truck. Very clean looking truck, as a matter of fact. Let's see if I can get a good angle there. So he's up 20 spots from where he started, so he's got a good position. Joseph Mahar's up 1 spot from where he started in the 46. Richard Swaverly's made his way back, unfortunately, in the back of the field here. It looks like he's got some damage there. Didn't see exactly what happened with him, but shouldn't affect him too much there, but he's down 11 spots from where he started the race. Jeremy Banner in that 24 truck, that is kind of hard to see, but that number is hard to see. But the you see Jeremy Banner, he's currently in P16. He's up 12 spots from where he started. David Harden up 13 spots. I need to pay attention to these guys in the front here, because I forget that with the short track, man, these guys restart their racing very, very quickly. So I apologize, you guys missed that initial restart there for the stage, but next time I know how quickly it is that these guys get on and off pit road and take 2 laps to restart the race. All right, pace, lights are off on the pace truck. We got 1 more lap here before we go green. Wyatt Brackett is electing to take the inside lane. I don't blame him there on that one. You get stuck in the outside lane, it is super hard. Sometimes it's good, sometimes you can make it work. All right, pace truck is off. These guys are getting ready to get restarted here. 33 and the 7. Door to door is Wyatt Brackett's going to take his time as he gets ready to get restarted. He's got Grenier on the inside lane right behind him. 2 teammates probably communicating how they're going to restart this, restart the races. The 15 is going to slide up. He's going to be able to pinch his way. The 7 keep him on the outside. He may try to come on the inside. Who knows? You see the 15 overdrives the corner just a little bit, but does not get into the 7. 33 comfortably out front at the moment. Let's see if we can kind of get through the back of the field here. 54 is trying to make his way back up to the front, as he was really strong in qualifying as well as practice. So I expect to see him make some positions up as he gets going. Chris McLean as well. 27, as you just saw there's a battle here for 10th spot at the moment. 43 and the 27 battling it out. 19. So Kip Easley's currently in P9, Brad Fulham P10, but that's not going to last very long, as Chris McLean's going to peek onto the inside as he's going to take over that P10 spot away from Brad Fulham at the moment.
You were gone for about a whole lap there, buddy.
We got some problems with connectivity, and I think it has something to do with I think it's got something to do with these every time there's a major update with NI Racing, they've got server issues. So hopefully they get that stuff squared away. There's also a tropical storm going through Texas at the moment, so that could very well be part of the issue, but you never know. All right, we're going to keep an eye on Tyler Dixon at the moment, see exactly where he's at. I know he's trying to battle for position here as he's trying to get back up to the front. That hard braking, I mean, it's very difficult to anticipate when the guy in front of you is going to stop braking. The only way to make up position is to drive the corner. Chris McLean's having to check up just a little bit here as he's trying to rotate that truck around the corner. Looks like he's going to elect to come around the 27, try to make that outside work, but doing so, he's going to give up that inside lane, and the 54 is going to try to peek in there. We're going to lock it on Chris McLean at the moment because he's definitely trying to get around that 27. So he's able to make that inside stick, whether he drives. Let's see if the 27 there can. And because the 27's forced up the track there, it allows the 54 to peek in the inside as well. So Chris McLean, Tyler Dixon, both picking up one spot there from Kip Easley. As these guys try to charge up to the front, you got Joseph Mahar right there in front of Chris Watts. Let's go ahead and keep it on Chris McLean at the moment. Let's keep it on Chris McLean, ride along with him for a minute, see if he can. As you can see, see Joseph's trying to find a lane there that he can work. So he's got the 78 there in front of him. Yeah, Mike Watts is making that truck work here around the corner, so he might be able to pick up a spot here from Joseph Mahar. See if he can make this pass. Don't stick it in the corner. As he moves the 46 up. 46 ain't going to think kindly of that. See if we got a battle going on here. Now it looks like 46 was having a check up there. All right, we'll have to keep an eye on and see what happens here. It looks like the 11 is struggling there on the outside lane. I don't know if maybe he made contact with the wall. All right, we got Chris McLean currently at P8. Again, he's charging up there to the front. Let's see where our buddy Aaron Adcock is at the moment. He's currently at P21. Got a fairly clean truck, though. He's just being patient. I know some of you guys are tuning in for him, and we appreciate it. There, Paul. Thanks again for watching. Stacy. Isaac as well out there. Thank you, sir. And George Williams saying thank you. Good luck to everybody. Yes, sir. All right. Let's keep an eye real quick. See, it looks like Aaron's got lots of room there just to turn some laps here, let this race play out. We've got 200 laps total. Stage 2 is at the conclusion, or excuse me, stage 2 is at lap 100. So we'll see these. We'll see the caution come out if it doesn't come out sooner than that. As 17 is trying to peek to the inside of the 66, make that work. It should be able to take that position because the 66 is actually, I think, a few laps down. No, he is not. I take that back. He's currently in 20th. So Aaron Adcock's 21st. 66 is in 20th. He's looking to take over that position. Let's see where Zachary Taylor's back 10. He's down 10 spots from where he started the race. He's trying to make his way back up here as he's getting really loose in the corners. Keep an eye on that truck there for a second. See where he's at. Brad Fulham's making it work for himself there on the 19 truck. He's currently in P13. Again, Zachary Taylor just behind him in P14. Garrett Brown, haven't mentioned him since the beginning of the race here, but he's P17 at the moment. He's down 8 spots from where he started, but again, that could be a strategy here to get out front here for the restart of this next stage. So we'll have to see exactly how that all plays out. Right now, back up in front here, let's bring it up to the gentleman up in front that has been leading most of this race. The beginning of the race was led by Tyler Dixon, but there was one lead change, and that was Wyatt Brackett taking over P1, and he has been able to maintain that spot here since the beginning of the race. So he's currently in P1. We'll ride along with him. See if Chris Bedwell is going to be able to close that gap here and get close to him where he can make a pass. Chris Bedwell's P2, as you can see right behind there. The 11 looks like he's going to go another lap down as he's yielded to the race leaders here. Matt Grenier is P3. He's in the 15 truck, and then Mike Watts P4. Chris Shoemaker right in front of Austin Shoemaker, his son there, in P5 and P6. So as you can see, some of the lap trucks are letting these guys go. George Williams takes the inside lane there, which is going to slow up Mike Watts, but he gets out of the way real quickly as he gets back around there, as he just unfortunately doesn't have really anywhere to go. As the 40 hits the curb, as you see there, and he's going to pull him to the outside wall and allow these guys to get by him. So you got Tyler Dixon charging his way back up here, currently at P9, and Zachary Taylor at P10 as they get around Mike Watts here on the 40, or Mike Watts, excuse me, George Williams here on the 40. Tyler Dixon's going to have to check up real quick, and then that makes Zachary Taylor check up as well as he's trying to make a pass here on the inside and the outside, as we'll see if he can make that stick. He's still, Tyler Dixon moves up. All right, so Zachary Taylor makes that pass here as he forces him up the track a little bit. That might allow Ray Rogers as well to peek in there. We see if Ray's going to try to take that position over here on the corner. It looks like he is. It looks like Tyler Dixon's going to give it to him. Kip Easley may also get a position there as well. All right, so we're on lap 91, folks. Again, we will be under caution on lap 100. So as these guys are getting things sorted out, it's been some good racing so far here for this the second stage. So knock on wood. Weibrecht is still out in front here. Let's go ahead and keep it on him for a moment. And let's see, Mike Watts, he's currently in P4. Zachary Taylor still in P9. Looks like he might be able to get that position away from the 78. 78, I believe, is, yeah, he is on the lead lap, so that was for position. The 78's not going to let him pass lightly, though, as these guys check up. Real hard check up there for the 88, the 51. 88 and the 78 make contact there. 78 goes into the wall a little bit. That's going to slow him down. It's going to allow Ray Rogers to peek on the inside. Tyler Dixon may be able to pick up a spot as well if he does not carry that momentum around the corner. And it looks like 14 just overdrove the corner there with Jeremy Banner. Oh, 14 had to check up significantly, which is going to lose all that momentum. 14 is going to come around. He's able to save it. Good save. Good save. Those tires have got to be hot. 46 is going to peek around there as Joseph Mahar tries to take over P12. All right, well, as it stands right now, Weibrecht really hasn't been challenged for the lead here. Chris Bedwell is just kind of laying back. But Weibrecht has definitely been able to make this truck rotate in the corners, and it's just comfortably not overdriving the truck in the corners, keeping the tires a little cooler, and is just able to get that turn in the corner that you need. And the pits are going to close here in just a moment, so nobody's going to be able to go into the pits as we get ready to conclude stage 2, and we are now under caution.
Stop it in turn 3.
All right, let's see what happened here. So Garrett Brown.
Everybody just stop for a second.
Okay, it looks.
All right, we're moving.
Let's see if we can rewind that real
Field
quick.
is stopping in 3 and 4.
Bear with me a second, folks, as I get on to Garrett Brown.
Is this the stage?
Yes, this is the stage. All right, looks like Garrett Brown just locked up the tires there as the 24 was checking up, and I don't know if he makes contact. Does he make contact with the 24? Yes, he does. And unfortunately, those guys make contact there and come around. That is unfortunate that has happened, but we're going to go back to live conditions here as the 33 comes back around. That is the conclusion of the stage with that wreck as these guys come in. Weibrecht will be our stage winner. As he comes into the pits. Looks like Mike Watts overshot his pit box just a little bit. That's going to slow him up maybe a little bit to where somebody might be able to pick up track position. As you see, oh no, he's not coming around yet, but you can see here the 7's coming off pit road. I think he's going to beat the 88. Or the 84, excuse me. He does beat the 84 off pit road. So Mike Watts just now coming off pit road. Hopefully there's not been any speeding penalties yet. All right, folks, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with you, and we'll get ready to kick off the last stage of this race as we get ready to go back
Dylan,
to
can you
green
look at
flag
black
racing.
flag? I just got it just passing under yellow.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, we are back to green
Can
flag
I get
racing
black
again.
flag cleared? 66 can catch up.
All right, bear with me just a second here. All right, folks, apologize for that there, as we got to do admin duties at the same time. All right, 88 has made his way up front here for the restart of the race. 33 is trying to take that position back, though, as we'll see if he can make that stick. Looks like he's going to be able to peek onto the inside if he overbrakes him here. He does not. The 88 is going to slide up, though. He overdrives the corner. 33 is going to allow the 33 to come back into P1 at the moment. So. All right, folks, 33 is going to make his way back up here to the front. I believe that is going to allow the 33 and possibly the 7 to make his way in here, as the 88 cannot get down in front of him here, as the 7 is going to peek his way into the inside. If he can maintain that inside spot, he'll keep the inside spot, which I believe that's probably what's going to happen here if they don't wreck. Yeah, so he's going to have to yield to the 7 now as he's peeked his way in here. Yeah, if you give that position up there on the inside is the preferred lane here, just because of how hard it is to pass. But with that said, it is super difficult sometimes to pick up position unless you ride the outside lane. Sometimes if you can overbrake somebody or you can get a little bit more momentum in the corner, you can take the outside and pick up position. As the 15, you can see there, had to check up significantly, as he was afraid to go to the outside initially because he doesn't want to lose position to the 84. That's right behind him. So as it stands right now, Wyatt Brackett's still out in P1 as he's made his way back up front after passing Zachary Taylor there in the first few laps of the start of the race. Chris Bedwell is currently P2, Zachary Taylor P3, Matt Grenier P4, Mike Watts rounds out our top 5. And it looks like Austin Shoemaker's just outside of that top 5 there in that red. I'm sorry, Chris Shoemaker is just outside the top 5 there in that number 4 truck, as he's trying to make his way up here in the top 3. He's had a really good race so far as well. There's not very many trucks in here that do not have damage at the moment. We'll keep an eye on and see if we can see if Chris can make this work as we ride along with Mike Watts, as the 4 tries to get a little bit momentum around the corner here. You can see Mike Watts' teammate there in the 46, Joseph Wahar there in that 46 truck, as he's back there in a little bit of, he's currently P7 with Richard Swaverly right behind him. Chris McLean as well. As you see, the Richard Swaverly making some moves up here to get up into P7 at the moment. He takes that position away from Joseph Mahar. Joseph Mahar overdrives the corner and comes up the track. All right, folks. We're going to keep riding along with Mike Watts at the moment as we see if Chris Shoemaker can make this pass. Another guy to keep a watch on here as we let's ride along with Richard Swaverly. Actually, as you can see, Chris McLean has made his way back up here in the top 10. He's currently in P8. He's going to try to take this position away from Richard Swaverly. Let's see where Aaron Adcock is at the moment here as we find out somebody's crashing. Looks like Austin Shoemaker and Dana Shepard, it looks like. So let me go on to Austin Shoemaker first. Looks like he may have went right to the pits. Let's see if I can find out exactly what happened there, folks. Give me 1 second as we go back. Oh, the 43 is going to turn him around there as he makes contact on the the rear of the truck there. He power drove it in there. The 43 just got too much momentum, not enough brake, and looks like he just had some new tires on there. Or no, he hit the curb is what it was. He couldn't slow that truck down, and so unfortunately, Dana Shepard, who's gotten into the 14 there, turned him around, gave him a little bump there after the fact.
Lucky dog coming around high. Lucky dog coming around high.
As you hear, I believe that's I don't know who that was there. Got the lucky dog. But let's go back to live conditions here. So it looks like those two guys were the two guys that got taken out there. All right, let's go back to live conditions here as we try to get back on with Wyatt Brackett.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, well, I apologize for that, folks. I didn't mean to click that button there to take you to commercial break without telling you, but nonetheless, here we are riding along with Wyatt Brackett. We're going to kind of ride along with him at the moment here, our race leader. He's had a great start to the race. So far, he's had a really great race all around. Wyatt Brackett's our Season 2 regular season champion out of Bath, Maine for Black Car Mafia. Had a great season so far, including the team itself. Black Car Mafia has had a really strong season 3 so far. As you hear, Wyatt Brackett's going to get ready to restart us here as they come around here to catch the pace truck's going to come off here in just a minute. We're going to go back to the other angle here as pace truck aggressively moves off the track. Not really sure what these guys are doing. And they're going to go back to green flag racing. That outside lane just did not get formed for some reason. Don't really know. These restarts are super fast. I mean,
yellow.
No, we're under caution again. Let's see what happened here. It looks like several people got in an incident here. Dana Shepard, again, involved in something here. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, no, I don't think that was his fault. So let's see. I think Dana Shepard was disqualified from the race due to incident points, but let's see, because he just disappeared. Let's see here. So, yeah, the 43 was up on the outside, and it looks like he might have tried to cut the track. A little bit.
Have lucky dog going around the hot side.
A little bit of both there. The 87 kind of came in hot, and the 43, I think, was trying to cut down to take the corner. And as you can see, when he disappeared there, that is probably disqualification due to incident points. So anticipate a few of these guys unfortunately dropping out here due to incident points, but I don't think anybody else got involved in that. Let me go back to live conditions. I want to check and see what Logan Russell's doing. Looks like he's currently on pit road getting some damage repaired. See, he's 10 laps down. Austin Shoemaker looks like he's out of the race. Let me see who's out right now. Let's see. So Garrett Brown's 1 lap down. And then we've got Evan Bushmaster's 2 laps down. We've got Shepard is out. Austin Shoemaker is out. Barry Knapp is out. And I think there's a few others that are out. As we've got, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. I've got to try to keep up with this here so that you guys don't miss these restarts. So it looks like James Souls is out. So we've got a few guys that are out. James Kunkel looks like he's parked it. He got that he might have parked it due to connectivity, just as a courtesy. I know he's been having some issues with connectivity. Never really had any problems, but I think, I'll tell you one thing I've noticed recently. Every time these guys every time iRacing does an update, it appears that the more and more that they do updates, not saying that this is a bad thing, I'm just saying that there's so much more required of these gaming PCs to run these simulations and to run these graphics. I mean, it is not easy to do, especially with all of these graphics and details and the fine things that you guys see as these guys are going to get kicked off here to go back to green flag racing. I don't want to miss this. But yeah, I think unfortunately with the RAM, as they increase the RAM requirement, it causes some of these connectivity issues and the quality issues that we see with people blinking and stuff. So it looks like a little bit of checkup there with the 46 on the inside. We'll have to see if these guys get a good restart with this outside lane, as they had a problem last time around.
Green flag.
A little bit of a bunch up. 33 gets an amazing restart, as he should have lots of room here to get kicked off, get comfortable back into that P1 spot. Oh!
Caution's out.
Okay, there is a caution there, and as you can see in the back part of the screen here, I'm going to try to go up. I'm going to try to go back here. I know that was Mike Watts, so let's see. Oh man, 66 and Mike Watts. All right, let's see real quick what exactly happened here.
Check up on the backstretch.
No, I apologize, folks. Give me 1 second here as we try to review this. Okay, I think somebody made contact. Yeah, I think the 38, Swaverly's is trying to get up there into the front. He misanticipated the braking zone there, as the 84 had to check up for the 88. 84 did a great job
Lucky dog going up.
catching the back of that truck, but that checked up the entire field there on the back, as you saw the 46, the 19, 54 having to slide up the field. But it was 3 wide right there. And it looks like the 5 just did not give him room at all to move up. And they collected each other. So not. That was really, I mean, coming off the corner, the 84 just didn't have any room, and he tried to take it there and got into the 5. As the 84 comes around, he's going to collect Brad Fulham, unfortunately, and the 78, which with this track being so small and so narrow, let me see if anybody else gets collected here. The 46 is going to slam on the brakes. It looks like, man, he was just able to miss him. And then there was some issue in the back there. The 17 got hung up in the wall. That was interesting. He hasn't had any damage at all. Man, these guys did not check up. So the 87 slams into the 66 afterwards. 17, unfortunately, gets destroyed. And that's probably the end of his race. Let me see real quick. Let me go back. That was really weird. He just got hung up in the wall. Well, he got help from the 66, but as soon as he hit the wall, he just sprung back. Man. That's crazy. And of course, you know, with the net code, you can see some of these guys, sometimes that connectivity issue where the 6.
Race control, can I have a black flag cleared?
10 probably did not actually get any damage because of that.
I think you're up high 11.
Setup has space car.
All right, folks, we're going to go back to green flag race, or go back up here to the front of the field. What happened with
Race control, can I have a black flag cleared?
All right, folks, give me a second here as we go back to live conditions. We are going to go to commercial break. I'll be right back.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated.
All right, folks, we're going to cut the commercial short here so that you guys can catch the racing versus the pacing here. So the incident there with several of the drivers, we were just trying to sort that out. But what I missed, and unfortunately I apologize, is the 33 lost the lead of the race. I don't know exactly why. And so we'll have to we might have to go back and review that or take a look at it later. But very interesting to find out, very interested to find out exactly what happened there where he missed, where he lost the lead of the race. He's currently in P7 at the moment, but it looks like Chris Bedwell is able to make that work there in P1. I'm going to go to see if he's got any damage. Doesn't look like he's got any damage. Jeremy Banner's made his way 22 spots up there in that 24 truck. And I believe he is, as you can see, Mike Watts had to check up, or excuse me, Wyatt Brackett had to check up significantly there for the 24 as he's able to make the inside work. But Jeremy Banner was able to move 21 spots up. He's our biggest mover of the race so far. So we've got William Harrington and Logan Russell have made contact here. William Harrington's got to be close to contact points. Give me 1 second as we take a look and see exactly what happened here with William Harrington and so not sure.
Back.
So it looks like the 78 is just going to get really hot in the corner, probably make contact with him here as he comes off the exits the turn, which he does. Looks like the 66 just checked up a little too much, rode the brake, and fortunately we've got both Harringtons here. Looks like Sean Harrington didn't make a ton of contact there with him, but it did swing him back around, and Logan Russell is going to make just a bump with him there as he has to wait on the track for him to move it out of the way. Unfortunate circumstances, but again, folks, as we said, this is Martinsville. Martinsville can sometimes be fun and it can sometimes be frustrating, to say the least. All right, so the lights are still on the pace truck, and we've got Chris Bedwell out in front, P1, and Chris McLean has made his way up here to P2. Kip Easley has made his way up to P3. So instead of going to commercial break, I want to bring it back here to, and you'll have to be patient with me as I try to bring this up here. I want to go back and find out. I'm going to have to rewind this significantly, so bear with me, folks, as we make this rewind here. It's not too many laps. Yeah, you're definitely going to need a neck brace after this one for sure. All right, let me see. I want to see exactly what happened here. So where did he lose the... Oh, you know what? They pitted. That's what happened. So they went into the pits, which is why when everything cycled back around after that pit, that's why that whole thing took place. So wondered exactly. Unfortunately, we were too busy trying to research and figure out exactly what happened with those incidents. All right, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here with Chris Bedwell on the inside, Chris McLean on the outside. Make sure we're live. As the lights are still on the pace truck, so we've probably got another lap to go here. We're not going to go to commercial break, folks. These guys get restarted so much faster than I anticipated. So I'll tell you one thing. I have a significant appreciation for those that broadcast these leagues and these races. It is not easy, to say the least, and I appreciate y'all's patience with me as I don't have a lot of experience in this, but I do my best to bring you guys the broadcast so that you guys can see these guys out here racing each and every week. And again, it's fun for me to watch these guys race. I prefer to be out there with them, as I've said, each and every week. But we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. I anticipate the 7's probably going to just get started off the corner here. As you see, he brings a great big gap in between the 5 and the 27 that was on the inside lane there with him. That's going to allow him to comfortably get around these first few laps as he heats up the tires and the brakes as these guys get back around here. We've got a total of, we got 56 laps to go. Should be fairly quick. I think we've had a total. We haven't had a ton of cautions in retrospect to really think about it. There has been a lot of good green flag racing. Unfortunately, it's really close racing, and so if you think this is going to be challenging, wait till we go to Lucas Oil Raceway here in the next few weeks, which is, I don't think there's any banking on that track whatsoever, and it is very small. And so I anticipate that it is going to be a challenge. It's going to be another challenge before we get back to 1.5 miles. All right, Chris Bedwell is out front comfortably at the moment. Let's just see. It looks like Joseph Mahar is he's gonna go down a lap as the leaders come around here to pass him. Hopefully he can get that lap back there if we end up going under yellow flag conditions again before the end of the race, which, knock on wood, that doesn't happen, but more than likely probably will. Yeah, Aaron, you're definitely going to need a neck brace after that, buddy. I know you got help there from the 66 into the wall, but unfortunately with the neck coat or whatever you want to call that, boy, it just sprung you around and then threw you up in the air. And so it sucks because you've had a really clean truck all night, and we hate to see you end your race that early. So looks like you're still in the pits. Let's go back up to the leaders here. I want to see really quick as well where everybody's at here. If anybody else has been disqualified from the race due to incident points, we'll take a peek at that here in just a second. So it looks like Joseph Mahar's a lap down. Let's 66. Harrington's a lap down. Evan Bushmaster's a lap
Zagala.
down. So we got 43, 14, 39, and the 2 and the 31 and the 48 all out of the race. We've still got, though, let me see, we've still got, I mean, heck, we've still got 24 trucks out there, well, 23 trucks out there. No, excuse me. We've got about 20 trucks out there on the track at the moment, so. All right, Chris Bedwell's out front comfortably at the moment, so let's go ahead and see where everybody else is at. We got Chris McLean, who's up 6 spots from where he started the race. He's comfortably out there in P2. Wyatt Brackett's made his way back up here into P3. Chris Shoemaker's still up here in the top 5 here in P4. And then you got Kip Easley in the 27 making his way up here in the top 5. Congratulations to him, as hopefully he'll have a strong finish here for Four Horsemen Motorsports tonight. Good to see him up here. He's going to lose one position here to the 88 as he comes around here to pick up P5, but he's still comfortably up here in the top 10. Tyler Dixon's made his way back up here into P7. Ray Rogers P8. Richard Swaverly in P9, excuse me. Matt Grenier in P10. So that rounds out our top 10 at the moment. That's where everybody sits. Mike Watts, even though with all that damage there, he's still up in P11 at the moment. Boy, that truck has seen better days, I'll tell you what. Barely make out that it's 84. All right, Jeremy Banner's still up here. He's one of our biggest movers of the race. Had a really decent race so far. I mean, it's been a rough race for everybody, just simply because of the number of cautions. But again, it was expected going into it. Jeremy Banner, the 24, is currently in P12 at the moment, and then Garrett Brown in the 10 truck. He's still out there plugging away. He's currently in P13. David Sparks P14. David Harden P15. Joseph Bahar, I think he is a lap down.
Appreciate it.
He might be 2 laps down now. Richard Swaverly's trying to get to his inside there. Now he's still just 1 lap down. The 15 of Matt Grenier is still on the lead lap. He's in P10. The 46 is trying to make his way back up there to get his lap back, or to be in the lucky dog position as he tries to get out of the way there for the 15. 46 is going to overshoot the corner as he aggressively tried to make that braking zone work for him. The 15 is going to underbrake him and try to get around on the corner, which he does make that work. 84, 46 teammate there for Race Pass Motorsports. Looks like he's going to slide up and get in front of him. And Chris Shoemaker at the moment is a little bit off pace. I don't know if he's just buying his time at the moment or what, but he's going to let the 46 by him. But as it stands right now, Garrett Brown is going to overdrive the corner a little bit there. Go back up to the front here as Chris Bedwell still up in P1, but you got Chris McLean and Wyatt Brackett, Wright and Zachary Taylor, all 1, 2, 3, 4, very close up here in the front as they're approaching lap traffic here. So we'll see how that plays out for these guys. .33 gets a great turn on the corner there, but has to check up for the 5. As you see, Tyler Dixon, no, it wasn't Tyler Dixon. It was somebody in the corner there in the blue truck. Right there, the 52, Evan Bushmaster. He let those guys go. But you've got 2 lap trucks right now, the 52 and the 11. They're going to slow up the 54 just a little bit. If Evan comes down to the inside there, looks like he's going to let him go, which is the right thing to do.
Thank you.
He's trying to chase down Zachary Taylor, who's currently in P4. But these guys, this is going to be anybody's race at the moment with 34 laps to go. You've got the 8, the 33, the 5, and the 7 all battling it out up here. We'll try to keep an eye on the rest of the field, but I want to keep it up here in the front of the race here as this battle is going to get pretty heated as we narrow down the laps before we get this race concluded. Paul says, Aaron, you still have to come to work tomorrow. Just keep your neck brace on. Absolutely. Oh, man. I gotta love it. All right. You'll have to send us a picture with a neck brace on there, Aaron.
Caution.
All right, we're going to go under caution here. That's going to help some of these guys with some fresh tires here to finish out this race. I anticipate these leaders are going to probably come down to pit road to get them some fresh tires. I think they've got one more set on the rack, so we'll see. We'll keep an eye on the leaders here up front. I'm not going to go to commercial break. I don't want you guys to miss the action here as these guys pit, figure out the strategy, and who's going to come off pit road first. So Daniel Holcroft says, go get him, Kip Easley. Absolutely, man. He's doing a great job. He's still up P7. All right, as I anticipated, oh, he might have got an unsafe pit entrance. Woo. That might shake up the field right there, folks. Let's go back real quick. I don't want to stall it too much, but I think he just got an unsafe pit entrance. If his tire was on the outside of that box,
Lucky dog coming outside.
I don't know if that's going to cause him to get an unsafe pit entrance. I don't think it will. I think if he stays in his pit box while the rest of these guys pass, then yes, that is what would happen. But I don't think that that's what's going to happen. No, it looks like he's able to come off. So he didn't get a penalty there. Some of the tracks, depending on the layout and the configuration, if you come into that pit box and you cut that corner just a little bit, man, you get an unsafe pit entrance, which makes you go to the back of the field. So the 7 is off pit road, but not before Zachary Taylor there in the 88. I do not believe. Give me 1 second here, folks. I'm going to try to see real quick. So that last caution was Chris Shoemaker, I believe, which is unfortunate. But Chris Shoemaker's right up there in the top, so I don't think anything really significant happened there. Let's see, though. Zachary Taylor, did he pit? Actually, you know what? I don't need to look at that. Let's go ahead and look at the. Let's look at this little handy dandy thing here. Where is it? Okay, so Bedwell just took tires. He might be the only one up here. He's not up front. These guys elected to stay out, so. Zachary Taylor, though, currently right now is on 43 lap-old tires, as well as Richard Swaverly right there in the 38. I'm sorry, the 30. Yeah, the 38. He's another number in another series. That's why I was confused. All right, and then Tyler Dixon. Man, so all these guys up front here, with the exception of Chris Bedwell in the 7th position, is going to be on fresh tires. Woo, boy. Hold on to your hat here, folks, because this is going to get dicey.
7-year high.
As you can see, Chris Bedwell right there, he's got the freshies on. Everybody else, many of the other people up here in the front, I think Wyatt Brackett's also got fresh tires too. So let's go ahead and peek up the front as the 88's going to get off here, the 38. The tires may not make a huge difference, but I have a feeling if I know tires, these guys are going to be charging to the front. That 7's going to be coming up here quickly. Let's just hope he's patient. It doesn't plow into somebody. Let's keep an eye on him here as we know that some of these guys got some fresh tires. He should be able to make that outside lane work and pass. Let's bring up the little ticker here so you guys can see. All right, so it looks like we are under caution. No, we're not under caution. What the heck was that all about? Yeah, so you see the 7 there. He's not going to be patient. He wants to get to the front, and that 84 is holding him and the 33 up. 25 laps to go. If a caution comes out, they do not want to be stuck back here with only a few laps left. 84 elected to stay out. The 33 and the 7 both have fresh tires, I believe. So the 33 is able to get by the 84 of Mike Watts, as the 7's charging up here to the front. Now he's currently in P4, but he's got to get around Tyler Dixon. As you see, as I said there, folks, with those fresh tires, he should be able to make the outside lane work. Oh, and there's a wreck, I believe. No, there's not. Yes, there is. I heard it.
You want something to drink? Yes, they'll take a Captain Morgan and Diet Coke.
Okay, so it looks like Matt Grenier is going to make contact with somebody here. Oh, man, there was a big check up there in the front of the field. All right, so let's see. Matt Grenier, who is that up in the front there? The 10, is it Chris McLean? I think it's Chris McLean, these guys. So Chris McLean is the 27, Kip Easley. The 24 slides up there and makes contact with Kip there on the outside. Hopefully he doesn't hit the wall. Well, he's kind of riding his wheel there. He might, let's see. Well, he hits the wall. He's got some significant damage. That should not slow him down too much, though, unless he just gets destroyed right here. Oh. He just had nowhere to go. 15.
Coming high.
15 just got the boot. 27's going to check up here. Hopefully he can slow her down. Well, it's a tough night there, tough deal for the 15 as he was racing up here in the top 10 with these guys. Unfortunate circumstances here to finish out the last part of the race here. What is this? What is he doing? What was that all about? Let's go ahead and see here. No, not really sure what that was all about, but let's go back up to checks up for the pace truck. All right, let's go back to green flag conditions here. 14 cautions, not really that bad, to be honest with you. I say that, and some people may be looking at that and saying, dang, 14 cautions. 2 of those cautions were stage cautions, so we've only had 12 cautions for this total race of 200 laps. Not bad. If anybody's ever raced Martinsville in the iRacing simulator, you guys know what it's like to race Martinsville under these conditions. That's why I skip Martinsville on official sessions. No, sir. No, thank you. That's a day that's the day that you lose iRating and safety rating and all that stuff that you work really hard for, and I don't want any part of it. Heck, we can't even get around a 1.5 mile track in official sessions lately here without people destroying each other. When I say official sessions, for those that are not in the iRacing community, what I mean is iRacing has, they have a licensing system which they have A class, B class, C class, D class, E class, and so, or D class, and so on. And you have to work your way up, and you have to really be a good driver to be promoted within the sim Safety rating is how clean of a driver you are. I rating is how strong of a driver you are. And as you can see, the 88's going to get a good jump there, but the 7's going to make his way up here as he almost got to the inside of the 88. But he's going to race him aggressively because the 88 races aggressive too, so I don't anticipate that these guys are going to give each other an inch here as the 88's going to just drive it into the corners. 77's having to check up with Richard Swaverly on the right behind him there. He's had to check up, which is going to lose a little bit of that momentum. But these guys are fighting for the front here as we got 16 laps to go. As the 7 of Chris Bedwell is trying to make his way back up in here. To victory lane. At the moment, the 88's able to make this work. There's a little bit of a gap forming here between Richard Swavely and the battle here we got going on for P4 with Tyler Dixon and the 33. We'll have to see if these guys are able to stay off each other as they come around the corner. Some good racing right there. Brackett's still able to maintain that inside lane. As you see, Chris McLean, woo! Chris McLean makes that, forces Tyler Dixon up the track. He drove it in there. Man, oh man. Tyler Dixon's going to want to get redemption there. He put it in there, that's for sure. Ray Rogers currently in P6. We've got 13 laps to go, folks. Zachary Taylor is out in front at the moment, but he's got 43 lap-old tires. Actually, he's got more than that now. He's got 50 lap-old tires, and you got Chris Bedwell and and Wyatt Brackett right behind him. They're currently going to take over that P3 spot. As you can see him on the top of the screen. He's going to try to make that stick as the 88's trying to block him to keep him down. If the 88 can make, if the 7 can make this roll off the corner, one of these guys is going to end up wrecking each other. I know that. Because they ain't going to give a position. The 7's got too much momentum. And the 7's going to peek on the inside. Is he going to make it stick? He is. The 88's going to give it to him, or he has no choice unless he wants to get turned. Yeah, the 88's still out front. We got a battle going on here, folks. The 7 and the 33 is just is faster than the 88. I mean, the 88's on like 50 lap-old tires. I don't even know how he's able to turn that corner like that with 50 lap-old tires, but hey. 7's going to give him a bump, let him know, get out of the way, or he's going to move him. 8 laps to go. See just how this goes as he moves him up. 88 slides up the track, allowing the 33 to get up there, and he's going to get stuck behind lap traffic. That's going to do it for the 88. He was trying to tell him to get out of the way. These guys just have fresher tires. But that's the way to do it, though. That's the clean way to do it. That's the way you should do it. So the 7 is out in front. 33 and the 7 are now going to battle for the lead here. Let's go ahead and see if Wyatt Brackett can make this work. He's just going to have to drive aggressively in the corner, make a little contact with him. Looks like Wyatt's got the better corner. We'll have to see if he's able to make that stick. All right, folks, we got 5 laps to go here as we watch the leaders battle it out here for the Waste win. We got the 7 of Chris Bedwell right out here in front. We're locked on to Wyatt Brackett in the 33 as he overdrives the corner. That may allow Chris McLean to come into the inside. Now, Chris McLean's a few positions back here, but he's going to try to drive it in here as well. Woo! 3 laps to go. Here we go. that 33 is making contact here. This is the final lap. No! He does not. Chris Bedwell is going to be our race winner, folks. Followed by Wyatt Brackett,
Nice
Chris
one, Chris.
McLean, Ray Rogers, Zachary Taylor,
Way to go, Bedwell. Way to go, buddy.
Garrett Brown,
Way to bring it home, Chris.
Richard
Had a kill.
Swavely.
Hey, nice job tonight, man.
Tyler Dixon had a great night here in the top 10.
Everybody.
Mike Watts actually makes it up here in the top 10, followed by Matt Grenier. So congratulations to all those drivers. What a great race there at the end. All right, folks, let's see if we can watch Chris Bedwell burn it down here, as he will be our Martinsville 200 race winner. Good race here at the end. Great racing at the end there. He just had the better tires. All right, folks, we are going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with you with the race leader and the top 3 drivers of this evening, Chris Bedwell, Wyatt Brackett, and Chris McLean, and then we'll go through the final results at the very end here of the broadcast to recap everything, and then we'll be right back with you, folks. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with us here as we completed 200 laps here at Martinsville, and most of them survived. So bear with me just a minute, and again, we'll be right back with you. All right, folks. Well, thanks for your patience there as we go into bringing our race leader into the broadcast here to hear from Mr. Chris Bedwell himself on just how his race went. It was an exciting race to watch, to say the least. Quite a few caution laps there, but, you know, it's expected here at Martinsville. But what a great race there for the last 10, 20 laps. Take us through your race. Congratulations on a P1 finish here. Get back into victory lane. And let us know how it went, and then, of course, give your shout-outs at the end.
All right, thank you. Yeah, it was a crazy race. Martinsville's always survival, so that's kind of what we were expecting. And I guess the first 2 stages were kind of caution fast, and then we kind of started getting some long runs there. I was planning on just taking tires at the second stage and then just running it out, but then I saw that Wyatt came in and pit. So I kind of screwed that. But then we're running really good. Seemed like I was a lot better on longer runs than I was short runs. Like I couldn't even get around Zach until the tires heated up. And I know he was on older tires than I was. And had to use the bumper a little bit to get around him. And then just held off Wyatt to the end. Had to deal with a little bit of bumping from him. But all in all, it was a fun race. Had some bad luck this season for sure, so this feels pretty good. I don't have to stress too much about making the playoffs. I think I'm pretty low compared to what I normally am. So it's a good feeling, good run. And thanks to 3F Racing, George Williams and Dana Shepard. We're trucking along, we're getting better. Goal is to get both of them top 10s by the end of the season, and that's what I'm hoping to bring to the team for them.
Well, you've done a great job, buddy. Honestly, I obviously watching you race each and every week. I know you work as hard as you can to get up here into the you know, at least into the top 3 to finish each and every race, and that's what you did consistently last season. But yeah, I noticed there at the end. I really you'll hear me say on the broadcast, I don't know how Zachary Taylor was able to keep you behind him there with 50. I mean, I think he had 53, maybe 54 lap hole tires to your tires, because you and Mike and White Bracket came in for tires. I saw that. So you were on fresh tires. I knew you were going to make it through the field there, restarting in P7, I believe. So
I don't know. That P7 was rough because, I mean, you had some good trucks ahead of you, and I had to just blitz them to get around them. But then, yeah, when I got up to Zach, he's a wheel man, so he was able to keep in front of me. And I was saving some stuff too, waiting on that run from Wyatt. So I wasn't really pushing the issue too much until I had to, and I saw the lap car and figured that was my move. Had to use them as a pick, and it worked. Did bump them a little bit, I think, or neck coated, but either way.
You bumped him in the corner, but hey, that's the way you move people. I mean, you didn't wreck them, and that's the thing. It's it's one thing to bump people, especially on a Martinsville track. You've got to do that. It's the same with a lot of the short tracks. The only way you're going to make up position is to bump somebody, move them out of the way if they're not going to get out of the way and yield to you, even though they know that you have fresher tires. So, it was it was actually a pleasure to watch you racing, and it all worked out for you. So congratulations to you in the P1, and you definitely locked yourself into the playoffs, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, Dylan, appreciate it, and thanks for everything you do for the league and broadcasting.
Absolutely, buddy.
Have a good evening.
Yep, see you next week.
Yep.
All right, folks, let's bring in our P2 finisher there, Mr. Wyatt Brackett. Obviously, no stranger to the broadcast. Congratulations, Wyatt, on a P2 finish here at Martinsville. You were able to survive and keep your truck actually pretty clean. I mean, you were up front here most of the race. But it was exciting to watch you get back up here, work your way back up into the P2 spot. I know you were working for the P1 spot there, and I thought you might be able to pull it off there, but I just couldn't get him out of the way, and you ended up finishing second. So give your shout-outs, tell us how your race went, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, it was a great race overall. Solid run for my 33 Yingling machine. It was a great race. Some tough competitors there up front. I led almost half the race, so that was good. I felt confident coming in here, and I knew once I got to Bedwell's bumper, I just kind of had him put it there and try and nudge him out of the way, because I knew he was not going to give up that bottom line at all. So I got to him a couple times, got a couple 0Xs, and I was there, just enough to loosen him up a little. But other than that, great job to Chris Bedwell for holding it together there on the end with all that pressure on him. Once you're in those final laps, your heart gets pumping, and
oh yeah,
you're out there leading, it can mess you up, and that's what I was hoping for. But he stayed strong, and to everyone else, great race. We had what?
I think we had a total
14
of 12
cautions.
We had 12 altogether. Yeah, I mean well, there would have been 2 stage cautions anyways, although
true.
one of them was under.
Yeah.
Although one of them was it was under a regular caution, but all in all, I mean, I can't remember how many caution laps we had with our Sunday night league, but all in all, it really for Martinsville, it was a pretty decent race. There was some good green flag racing, so.
It was Martinsville. We expect this when we come to Martinsville. It could have been worse. It could have been better, but I think we were average, and it was a great race overall. And we brought home another P2. I think that's 4 on the season. So
yeah, it's an awesome job, man.
You're gonna hopefully keep up the good work.
Unfortunately, you'll have to tell Logan that his first race of the series, being at Martinsville, is probably not the most ideal way to welcome him to the league. But at the same time, we look forward to seeing him next week at Gateway, and hopefully we'll see him on the track much more often. So.
Oh, he'll stick around. He's in it. So he'll be here.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much. And I don't know, did you give your shout-outs? I know you normally do.
I got to hit up one big shout-out, and that's you for always putting this on week in and week out. And everything you do and behind the works and on the broadcast, you kill it. And it's one of my most enjoyable leagues I do.
I appreciate it, man. As always, I appreciate you as well as the team and Black Car Mafia. I'm gonna miss your dad, David, there for a while, but hopefully he'll be back in here and racing with us here in the future. But until then, really appreciate him. Unfortunately, he had to step away there for a little while, but I appreciate all you guys. It makes this pleasurable, and otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. So appreciate it again, man, and congratulations on a P2. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, man. All right, folks, last but not least, as always, we have a P3 finisher, and that gentleman is Mr. Chris McLean for this evening. It was, man, hard-fought battle there to finish at P3, but you survived. The truck didn't blow up on you, and you know, hey, I'd take P3 any day of the week at Martinsville.
Ain't no doubt, man. It was tough. It was a tough battle. I don't really know exactly what happened there. That one turn one. I don't know if somebody got into the back of me but I still had. I mean, can't really put it all on that. I still had the brake bias way down for qualifying and trying to get the truck to turn, and I forgot about it. So when whatever happened did happen, and I got to the brakes, it was just I was alone for the ride. I couldn't get it to woe down. So
yeah, I think ultimately, I think the person in front of you, I can't remember exactly what happened because so much happened during the race, but I think. You know, believe it or not, the actual caution didn't come out with you guys. The caution came out in the back of the field. You guys just happened to be innocent bystanders, I guess, is kind of what happened. So you guys didn't get slowed down, or the caution didn't come out before you guys made contact. So George Williams actually spun himself at the beginning of the race there. Didn't hurt anybody other than himself, unfortunately. But yeah, it's. Because I had to go back and review it again. I'm like, wait a second, that caution didn't come out because of that. It came out because of this, and so on and so forth. So anyway, it is what it is. But man, you were able to fight your way back up in here into P3. So congratulations to you. You're able to make the pit strategy work and dodge the rest of the bullets.
Yeah, I went down and I just bit the bullet and went a lap down, got my damage fixed, and I got my lap back, and then I went another lap down to get more damage fixed, and I got lucky with 2 cautions there, and then I finally got back on the lead lap with no damage, and I said I'm gonna next caution I'm gonna go in and take, and it was around like 40, 42, something like that. So I'm gonna go in and go ahead and take my set of tires, top off with fuel, and I'm gonna just ride around in the back until stage break, and then. I was hoping a lot more would come down and get there full fresh tires, but it didn't work out quite like I thought. But I did make up a little bit of track position, and then it was just driving. Man, I made up a bunch of spots.
Yeah, you sent it there on that last lap or the lap before that. Because I was sitting there watching. I'm like, holy shit! I didn't say shit at that time, but I was thinking, man, somebody needs some dude wapes there because you didn't get into them in the corner. I think maybe you guys tapped each other on the outside, but man, you picked up. I think you picked up 2 spots there right before the end of the race. So congratulations, and it was fun to watch you. And
yeah, I actually did the same thing I did at Kansas and went in on that. There's so many cautions here, and it's all fuel's always a factor. So I don't have my tires checked in case I got to want to come in and just top off and make sure I can make it. So same thing as Kansas. I pitted from second position and didn't put the tires on, so I had to go back down pit road.
Oh man,
that's what happened on that last cycle. I come out 14th, and then I made up 7 spots, and then I didn't mean to get in the back of Jeremy. I had a great run on him, and he got a little wobbly coming off of 3, and off of 4, and I thought he was going to stay up because I had such a run, but he just come down right in front of me, and I got on the brakes, and I would have stayed off of him if I hadn't locked the tires up, but it locked them up, and I just got into the back of him and pushed him up the track, and it was completely unintentional, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it happens, man. This is Martinsville. It's having 12. I mean, we had 14 total cautions, but out of those, 2 cautions were the stage cautions, I guess. And so having 12 cautions under a 200-lap race at Martinsville, I think, is an accomplishment. So it's unfortunate those that didn't survive or that got disqualified due to incident points. But, hey, it is what it is, and we're going to move on to next week at Gateway. So look forward to seeing you there. And congratulations again on a P3 finish.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. I want to apologize, Mike Watts. I had somebody on my bumper, and I don't really know what happened, but we ended up 3 wide trying to come out of 2, and I couldn't check up.
Yeah, you guys were P3.
I don't think he knew we were 3 wide. So
no, I don't think he did because he when you guys exited off of that on that turn there. I think a little bit actually was netcode too, because I mean he had started to come up the track, but I don't think he knew there was 2 people on his outside. So nonetheless, I mean it happens, man. It's racing. It does happen. So, but appreciate it. I'm sure.
I just have Yeah, I just had my nose in there. I was actually trying to get checked up, let them get sorted out, but somebody was hit, on my bumper, and you can't just stop because then it's going to be even worse. But
Yep.
it is what it is, and man, I'd like to say thanks to you and everything you do. It's great league, great broadcast. Everybody at One Up Motorsports bringing me in, teaching me everything they know, and then Po-Man Motorsports. I mean, it's just awesome. 1-inch designs, putting an awesome paint scheme on the truck, and all the guys in the league, everybody. There's tempers flare sometimes, but all in all, it's a great league, bunch of great drivers, and it makes a lot of fun and a good show.
Yep, we definitely have a bunch of good drivers, and there's a lot of guys that have been around here for 3 seasons, and it's a good group of guys. So I appreciate you all very much. Glad to have you back in the series and running pretty much full time. So glad to see that. So, all right, buddy. Well, we'll see you next week at Gateway. Look forward to seeing you there. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, folks, you've heard from our top 3 drivers here. Let's go ahead and recap the field. Give me 1 second while I do that here as I push a few buttons. All right, so results for this evening's race at Martinsville. Chris Bedwell, as you heard from there, in P1, White Bracket P2. Chris McLean P3. Bear with me a second. Chris McLean P3. Ray Rogers P4. Zachary Taylor finished 5th. Garrett Brown 6th. Richard Swavely 7th. Tyler Dixon 8th. Mike Watts 9th. Matt Grenier 10th. David Sparks 11th. David Harden 12th. Jeremy Banner 13th. Kip Easley 14th. William Harrington 15th. Sean Harrington 16th. Evan Bushmaster 17th. Chris Shoemaker 18th. Brandon Robertson rounds out 19th. Logan Russell rounds out our top 20. Joseph Mahar 21st. Brad Fulham 22nd. Aaron Adcock 23rd. Dana Shepard 24th. Austin Shoemaker 25th. George William 26th. Barry Knapp 27th. James Kunkel 28th. And why did that just go away? And James Souls 29th. Daniel Holcroft there got mixed up there in that initial wreck there with George Williams there in ended out 30th. And then, of course, you see myself there as race control at the end. Folks, it's been an exciting race. Thank you again for your patience as we had a few little extra caution laps that we normally don't have on some of these other tracks. We truly appreciate your patience as we fought through those. And just been all around, been a great race. Truly appreciate, again, your support. Thank you, as always, to Light Electric Company, Thomas Light, for Victory, the sponsorship of Victory Lane, as well as the league, as well as 80K Coolers, 80K Outdoor Brands, and Rhymesick Coin. Truly appreciate all of you guys for your support. And with that said, folks, we're going to call it an evening. Thank you again. We look forward to seeing you back here next week as we go to the WWT Raceway, or better known as Gateway, next week. So look forward to seeing you there. Back here again Tuesday night at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. Until then, folks, my name is Dylan Hastings. Thank you again so much for tuning in to the Tuesday Night Racing Series. We'll see you next week.